Hello everyone and welcome to Omsi 2. Today we have a very special bus for you. One that has been eagerly anticipated and awaited for many years. This is the Optare Solo 8.5 meter variant with a 4-speed gearbox. Today it will suffer the roads of Smarden, and we will be taking our first look at the Optare Solo, named the Digibus Mirage. We're essentially getting our first minibus for Omsi 2, and this is a bus that is ideal for Smarden. So, the Digibus Mirage will be released on, I'm actually not sure when. Now, let me just start this up. That's right. So the Digibus Mirage will be released, I presume, on Thursday. Aerosoft tends to like the Thursday release dates. I'm just going to start this bus up, and then we can talk about that. If I actually figure out how to start this up, it's not as simple as I thought it'd be, but yes, we'll figure it out in the end. Interesting. Oh yes, there we go, it's moving. So basically this bus will be released presumably this week, so I would say probably on Thursday. Thursday tends to be when these stuff are released. I have not been told that's the case, so don't take my word for that. But yes, that's what I'd assume. It's going to cost €15 or £12.50. So yes, that's that. I know there was basically there was a press pack link shared in the V3D Discord, and that was saying a different price. That's just because the price doesn't include taxes, because obviously the tax rate varies by region, so that's just the base price. Anyhow, we are driving the X47 today, so this is the Smarden extension map. Time's a bit limited, so don't want to drive one of the full routes in Smarden, which are a bit tedious. This will have the tight turns nonetheless, so it should do. X47. Does this have the X47? It is the Smarden extension. Let's take a look. X47, it does. And this is the Flip Dot version, and look at that. Isn't she a beaut? It really feels like you're driving a minibus, doesn't it? Like, because, yeah, it's... Oh yes, let's take a look at the inside. So no one's getting on a bus. Well, that's their loss. I forgot. So yeah, this is what it looks like inside, you know. There you go, this is the Solo. You can open the emergency exit. I wonder if the thing beeps when you open it, maybe not. And then let's take a look at different views. Oh yes, look at this Solo here. We have a little flip. As you can see, it's got the typical excellent quality that the V3D buses have. And there we go. This is the exterior. We already took a look at that. So yeah, let's just get going. Because what else have we got to do? And we'll talk along the way. As you can expect, these have been recorded off a real Solo. The sound's not very loud. I think I'm gonna have to increase my volume because I can barely hear it. Oh no, my volume's already quite loud. Yeah, the volume is very low. This is a beta version, bear in mind, so things might change before release, although V3D tends to have things quite like ironed out. I think basically this was finished and he just sent it on. So I would imagine that this is whatchamacallit, sorry, I've gone blanked out. I'd imagine this is kind of near enough the final version we will see. So that sort of thing. Let me just check something, yeah, because the sound is a bit low. Sure, the sound is a bit low, but what are you going to do? It is what it is. I don't want to blast it up because then you probably won't hear me. But you know, the bus, as you can see here, it's driving quite nicely, you know, and it's nice to have a bus that you can actually navigate with on Smarden. This is actually not much smaller than the 8.9 meter Enviro 200 MMC. Just realized that it's only like 0.4 meters shorter. Okay, now it's getting louder. Oh, shoot. I forgot that we have to turn here. We might be carrying fresh air. Perfect that we have a small bus then if we're carrying fresh air. So this basically, this features 12, has about 15 set files. For those of you who want to get more technical, what those set files are, I'm not too sure. We do know that unlike Master Switch and I guess Studio Polygon, V3D tends to focus on 1 or 2 models rather than the excessive variants. Although for me that works perfectly fine because I never end up using all the variants, so I actually kind of like it that way. Nonetheless, the buses are extremely great quality. I think personally I prefer the V3D buses over the buses by Master Switch and Studio Polygon. I just think that overall they perform better in the sense that, you know, they have the sound, they have the modeling. I find like the sounds are a bit not as good as they are on the V3D buses with the other two. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe people agree or disagree. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's kind of strange driving such a short bus in Omsi too. Kind of getting used to the fact that we don't have to take turns as wide as we usually would with the other buses. A bit of an adjustment, I guess. I also set up this wheel because, you know, might as well do that. But yeah, it feels weird because it's just like, you know, the dash is obviously much higher up because this is it's like a minibus and it feels like driving a van. You know, it's a very different experience. It's nice to have a bus like this. Now, unfortunately, there's no London variants. It'd be nice, I guess, to have some London variants, but maybe someone will just make a London repaint. I don't think the London variant's much different. I don't think it has 2 doors. So we will probably do, once the repaint comes out, we'll do a London route with this. So yeah. But yeah, look at this. For once, we're not struggling with all the turns because we can actually, our bus is small enough. Just about. Isn't it funny the difference 0.4 meters makes? Because I mean, technically the 8.9 meter one is also suitable, but it is a bit of a struggle. Okay, now this dude, yeah, we're gonna have to clip that, but look at what? Okay. So, yep. Yeah, I really hate this. I hate this junction with a passion. Like the amount of turns there is. This is meant to be an express bus. Why is it taking me through like every turn and bend? Surely there's a straight road that's much quicker than this. Like, look! Oh! Yes, like that. But yeah, basically that's that with the V3D Mirage. This is called the Mirage. I wonder why they call it the Mirage out of all things. Not really close to Solo. I presume there'll be a branding patch as well. Obviously this is early access, so thus far there isn't a branding patch. There's essentially 2 variants. I think it's the same engine variant. It's just different lengths. So you have 8.5 meter and you have this is obviously 2 nonsense where it just you know, they block each other as they do. But no, oops. But basically, so my mind went blank there for a second because something else. Yeah, so basically, it's you have 2 lengths. You have the 8.9 and 9 meter one, slightly longer. I think it's the same engine variant. You have like Flip Dot, you have also LED, so different destination. There's different configurations. I think there's 2-door configurations. So you know, it's kind of like the similar kind of like the similar cases with the Spectre. You know, there's different variants, but generally the underlying bus is the same in terms of the engine and like how it drives. It's just you won't really notice too much when you're driving. Obviously, you will notice if the bus is a bit longer because you'll have to take the turns a bit wider. But you know. From that. This bus is from the 90s, believe it or not. Like, it feels fairly modern. I don't know, actually. I guess actually the cockpit is kind of old style now for the 90s, but yeah, I mean old style now compared to the like, you know what I mean. So yeah, but it does kind of feel, doesn't actually feel like a bus from the 90s. More feels like an early 2000s bus. But yeah, there you go. Oh, they're getting on. Finally, some passengers. Oh, you can open the doors mid-route. Hello, welcome aboard the Optare Solo. You like this new route? You like this new bus? Should hopefully be a more comfortable ride. We won't be clipping every curb there is now. Well, knowing us, we actually might do. Yeah, I'm actually surprised the sounds are rather low, because usually V3D is quite good for the sounds. In the sense that they're quite loud. Whereas here, they're actually much lower than expected. You can like change them in the file yourself. But yeah, hopefully that will be rectified in course. Okay. I can't. What do you want me to do? You want me to go into the bloody ditch, like? Ah, you're very picky. Ah, here. You're having a laugh. But to think you're a colleague. Yeah. Well, we got a little road rage at them, so that's all good. I actually haven't been on the solo, so I really can't comment how accurate it sounds. But the sounds, you know, not really disappointing. I think they just need to be louder. You can kind of hear them. I think. Sound station? I don't know. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Ah, this turn was always lasting. But you see with this bus? Ah, not a bother. Oi! Oi, just drive through me, why don't you? Just another day in Omsi too. Isn't it? Okay. A lot of AI cars about. There goes the Solo. It's a really old school ticket machine as well, like. That's on like the Spectra and like the Renault. Okay, that's fine. And we keep going. Life goes on. But yeah, it was also a bit of a surprise, the V3D Mirage, because basically, kind of like you just said, oh, it's been sent to Aerosoft. Things kind of move much quickly. Usually, you know, there's a build-up, there's like lots of teasers. I like the way V3D kind of cut through all that crap. He's like, nope, here we go, it's done, it's being released. I love this, a prolonged, you know, build up of, I guess, building up hype through like, you know, screenshots. There was a bit of that, but like, you know, it wasn't to the same extent as with other studios. There wasn't any of this like, prolonged early access phase. Like even now, I'd say this will be released two days later. This will be released, so it pretty much gets out to the public. I kind of like that sometimes. Sometimes it's been annoying when they just kind of elongate that. I know it's a marketing strategy. Whether it's one that makes a meaningful difference, I don't know. But I guess with the Solo also, it is hype already. It's one of the, you know, it's one of the buses that people have been requesting enough to do for a long while. So, you know, I'd say we don't really need to build too much more hype for it. In fact, building more hype would probably just lead to people being complaining and that sort of thing. And also, it's interesting because this basically released within a week's frame of when the Olympian beta was released, which unfortunately got removed thanks to some people whinging. So in the end, they ended up kind of getting rewarded though, because now they have exclusivity to it, as I mentioned in the other videos, but sure. Yeah, this thing is also limited in speed, so we will remove the speed limiter in due course. Although the way V3D scripts his buses means they actually have to change the RPM, so that might actually not make much of a difference. We'll see. But I am nonetheless very impressed with this bus. I kind of prefer the bigger vehicles myself. Not really a big fan of like minibuses, but the Smarden definitely prefer this over using the other buses. Not really made for long buses, as the let you know within the as the app developer makes you aware of, to be fair. Ah, come on, mate! You see? Well, the Enviro 200 MC. Oh, okay, that's not gonna work. Don't worry, I'm going back in my lane. Will you just hurry up? Man, this Golf is going slower than the bus. Nope, that's not gonna work. Let's. Oh, nope. Okay, now's our chance. That is. These lanes are very narrow, as you can see. Anyone getting off our bus? Nope. Okie dokie, all's good. This is gonna be a tight turn, so just gonna take it wide. Even with this bus, that will be too tight. If we try, yeah, look. Even with the Solo, the turns are still very tight. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this is a one-way road. That makes sense. Local knowledge does help. Local knowledge always helps. You know? Oh, we have to wait for this bleeding boss. Ah, lovely. Now they're gonna be a picky watch. They're gonna be like, oh, I can't get through, I can't get through. Oh, okay. I'm impressed. They did take off my mirror, but anyway, we'll ignore that. You can't open the windows in this, can you? Oh, yeah, you can. Yes, yes, Joy can't get fresh air. Yeah, forget, like, the thing's so curved. It's kind of strange having such a curved windscreen because you don't really get these. Obviously, with double-decker buses, you won't get that much, even with the single-deckers. Although here in Ireland, they have a requirement for the buses curve like that for some reason. So if a new Envoy 200 MCs that arrived here have a ridiculous curving like that for some, makes them look a bit, I don't know, odd. Ah, for flip's sake. Yeah, I'm just gonna drive through this guy because it's a bit too late. Hey, come on, you turn a bit quicker. Yeah, turn. Bloody hell! What? I'm gonna drive through you like? I don't understand it. Like, he's giving me priority, but I can't actually go through him. So like, yeah, thanks but no thanks. Very passive aggressive, isn't it? Okie dokie. We still clipping curbs. Little Germany, because of all the German flags there. This is like a place, or like Wicklow called the Old Russian Village. This is like Old German Village, I guess. With all the German flags. Yeah, I personally think just bump up the sounds and you got a perfect bus. Pretty much. No complaints then. I gotta love these bendy roads. The lovely thing about this bus is you can turn at much higher speeds because it doesn't bank as much when you turn. But yes, there we go, just speed along. Oh, it's gonna go for 2 passengers who are enjoying the solo. They're going for a solo joyride, eh? Ah, the bus stop. Hey, oi, oi! Did you get like one over there, mate? Okay, let's see how this thing does up hills. Yes, I can feel it losing power. I can feel the thing losing power. I love that this is a 2-way road. Oh, I hope there's no bus going over, eh? Okay, slow down. Don't want to slow down too much because don't want to be crawling up the hill. But yeah, it seems to be handling the hills fairly well. Well, better than the other buses, which is not surprising. This thing only has 122 horsepower, which is not a lot. Okay, I think that might be a screenshot. I mean thumbnail. Okay, let's go up these hills. Okay. I'm gonna try to speed this up. It's a busy day, so let's go. Might stream this later on. We'll see. Get this time. Okay, up we go. Is there a little thingy? Yes, there is. Oh, this is slow. Oh yeah. Oh, this thing is awful up hills. Actually, some of these double-decker buses are better up hills than this. We're less than 20 kilometers an hour. Yeah. The other buses are better up hills than this. This is actually shocking up hills. Do you think even the Renown's better up hills than this? Okay, falling along. No, that was a 347 in front, wasn't it? I was like, that's can't be two 349s. Omsi 2 AI is not that thick. It's bad, it's not that bad. Although that could happen in real life in theory, but it's AI control technician, unless you put it in as random variation, which I don't think was done in Omsi 2. Okay, now it's doing a bit better up the hills. Maybe that was just a steep hill. Okay, it's not doing too bad. Decent, it's decent. Again, it's much nicer to drive in Smarden than the other buses. The other buses aren't that much of a joy to drive in Smarden because you have to go much slower, and I don't like doing that. We like speed. That being said, the bus itself is great, but like personally, I'm not a big fan of the Solo. Even though I prefer the other ones. But it's quite good, and it's a reasonable price, like 15 quid. You know, I mean, it is a bit more expensive, I guess. Actually, it is 5 quid more expensive than the Spectra, which is the other bus, and in terms, I think it has less variants. So yeah, I guess there is that. Which is a bit of a harder pill to swallow in a way, I guess. Because I think this. Oh wait, was the Spectra €10? Maybe the Spectra was €12. In that case, it's only €3 difference. Yeah, I think there's okay. I think there's like a £1 and £2 difference. It's not too much of an increase. I can actually remember, so I don't want to like say something. Oh, what the? That's just another day in Omsi 2. I don't want to say something that's probably not correct, but yeah, it's a bit more expensive than this. Oh, is it? Yeah, I think it is a bit more expensive than the Spectra, but it's still like reasonably priced. Like when you think about it, like you basically get the 2-core buses. They're very good quality. Like you know, it's decent, I think. And yes, I guess like with stuff like the other variants, like the other buses, like you get a bit more variants, but at the same time, all those variants sometimes are just kind of the same, so not much difference. But yeah, I think it's been kept cheap enough, which is nice, and it's been kept on Steam, which is also nice because it makes life a lot easier for everyone else. So yeah, that's that. But I think in part that's just because V3D, I don't think honestly could be bothered making setting up a website and all that. He himself has said like obviously there's kind of something that like sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it doesn't. So, you know, I think it's just like makes life much easier for him as well if it's just on Steam, you know, and then outsource the support to someone else. Okay. Turn, 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 turn. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, the steering on this is. I think someone said the steering on Solos is a bit blunt. Okay. Yeah, what much more is there to say? Oh, yeah, careful. It's a nice surprise. He didn't want to release just before Christmas, so I guess it's quite well. It is quite self-explanatory. That will be the case. I would say before Thursday, because that way they also get the Christmas sales in. You know, if people are buying this as presents for people, then usually people do that a bit farther in advance. So it was kind of the same reason why London was released like 2 weeks before Christmas, and why Omsi 2 was kind of released around a similar time. Actually, Omsi 2 has its anniversary, so there's ad on London.
Oi.
Yeah, the driving here is not great. I know. Hold on. Yeah, I really need to slow down, but time is of the essence. Can't really do that in real life, obviously. Clearly not of the essence for the other drivers who are just hugging stuff up. I don't love the way Omsi 2 AI works though. Sometimes it recognizes that, oh yes, you can pass through that because you're going to hit it. Sometimes it just goes straight through you. So the consistency of the Omsi 2 AI is just something, it's probably its best feature. Yeah, we would have got some good trash there if this hill didn't have such a narrow turn. Narrow, sharp. What was I even saying there? Yeah, now we should get some good trash going. The road evens out. Yeah, you might want to get off the bus, but I don't even know when the next stop is. I think it's quite far away. I set up OmniNav as well. Kind of smart because otherwise I have no idea where we will be going. Okie dokie. Ah, here we go. Water tower. Well. Oh, I'm losing. I think I need to install the foggy white patch again. What's up with the doors? The low floor bus. Oh, it's a low floor bus. Yes, because in the 90s, like the low floor buses were kind of a new inception. Oh, we have lost. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's the bus that's just using polymer memory or I need to reinstall the 4 GB patch, but sure. We shall make it to the end nonetheless. Oh, there's no choice really. We can't be re-recording this. So, yes, if worst comes to worst, we'll just end stuff briefly. But yes, just another day in Omsi 2. God, this feels strange. It's like usually when you're driving at night, like you know how like as you're driving the light comes on here, it's like the opposite kind of thing. That's kind of the same but not. But yeah, just straight ahead. Do not stop at that bus stop. If I open the doors, sound different. Nope. Max RPM. Both of those people get off the bus. Huh. I don't even see the second I get off. So the speed limit on this thing is 50 miles per hour, which is about 100. It's not 100, less than that. No, wait, it's a bit more than that. Not 110 kilometers an hour. Listen to that trash. Is it Solo quiet bus in real life, or is it just here that's quiet? I know it's claiming to be a lot louder for a bus that was made in the 90s. Okie dokie. Yes, I should have really calculated this turn better, but sure. Never learn. Do we ever learn? Oh. I need to stop trying to trash this. I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is a small bus, so we can drive it like a race bus. No, you really can't. Okay, at least now we're not longer getting the texture issues. Yeah, sometimes those do weird and it kind of self-corrects once you kind of go away from the more dense areas in terms of polygons and textures and all that jazz. Ah, you must be kidding me. Yeah, like what are you meant to do here? Like, what are you meant to do here, realistically? Yeah, this is why I'm not really a big fan of Smarden. It's just way too unrealistic to the extent it's kind of like, yeah, no. And also with the Smarden extension, there's a ridiculous amount of bus routes. Like, I'm sorry, would you want to ride these bus routes? You'd be getting like dizzy and all that. And no. Shops. There's shops here. Although there's a shop for like what, 5-6 houses. What's going on? Nope. Oh, that's their loss. Generally they're going to Rye. Like I don't almost some people go to Rye, but they do. They don't like the solo. They're boycotting the solo. I know who could do such a thing. This thing's nippy though. Oh, this can't be good. Yeah, that's. That was a close one. Yeah, the steering on this is actually yeah, it's very blunt, so it's not like the other buses where you can just like, you know. Yeah, you do have to steer a bit in advance. Okay. Yes, I guess it's a learning curve. We don't come to this channel for the immaculate driving now, do we? Okay. Oh, yep. Keep going. There we go. Much better. Is it this way? Oh, these tight turns. I would hate to be having to drive these routes in real life. You need a higher range than like other areas we driving here. Like, look at these turns. It's brutal. That's actually a point someone made. Like in some like, dude, in some like developing countries, you know, the roads are much narrow and people get paid a lot less than bus drivers in like developed countries where the roads are straight and until it's easier to drive a bus there than like in such narrow roads. I guess bus roads are a good illustration of that if you try to drive some of the maps of the South China map where you know, the roads are narrow and the terrain's a bit like uneven and all that, but yeah. Sure. Okay. Wheelbase on this thing must be also quite small. Realized. This would be perfect for the 314. Is a small, like, having fresh air essentially. The second I was thinking the 314 was double decker, but not single decker route. Obviously to work with the 347s, 349s, which can't use big buses. There's not in there, but sure, no one's hassle of doing that. Hey, come on, come on. What? Yeah, stop at the turn. You think we're gonna get past the turn? Like, out of all places, you think that's where we're gonna get past? Oh well. So you can know what to say. Like that saying, give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. I guess Omsi too is like. Actually, no, I don't even know why that saying's relevant. Not. Welcome aboard your brand new Solo, which is quite old at this stage, so not really brand new, but it's in good condition. Oh, it was in good condition until we got our hands on it. We destroyed the thing. I like at least here the roads are 2-lane, them, albeit narrow. Oh, they are narrow. We shall go better.
Oh my god!
I know. This bus is amazing, isn't it? Okie dokie. Yeah, this thing drifts as well. The whole bundle.
Where the hell did you learn to drive?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's always awkward trying to change views when you're steering the wheel, because those when you're steering the wheel, like the position of the buttons changes. I think we are nearly at the terminus. Our solo journey comes to an end. And I guess to conclude, yeah, pretty much my only heckling with it is the sounds. You know, once the sounds are up to bit, maybe it's just how they are in real life. Other than that, you know, pretty much what I expect from V3D, so quite pleased. You know, a bit more expensive than previously, and it doesn't tell me do less fares than say the Gen 3 pack, which is the same price. But, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I think also like, well, actually no, I'm not sure that's necessarily the case that they prefer like certain price ranges because like on the €22, so you know. But sure, it's all good. Okay, dokie. Here we are, the Solo. Oh, they want to leave the bus. Well, that's a good thing they want to leave the bus because it's the last stop. I don't want them to stay on the bus. Thank you very much. So, folks, there it is, the Optare Solo. And soon, I presume there'll be a branding patch on the V3D website for this. I actually should have checked. I presume that if when it's actually released. There's also a wheelchair ramp. Yeah, but yeah, it's quite nice. Oh wow, look, why are the wheels so far up like that at the front? Yeah, I really don't like the wheels being so far up. That's why I guess it changes the mechanics a bit. But yeah, folks, thanks for watching. There'll be more videos of the Solo, and yes, coming soon. That's it, really. Bye for now.